anything special. We all have the power. We only have to be kind and loving to people. Love people, be kind. Most people are lonely. Most people don't appreciate. Well, sometimes we don't appreciate what others are doing, but the kindness and love is our greatest gift. Because when we do a kind deed to a person, the look of that person will last forever. We may have money, we may have everything material, but if we have love in our hearts, we can always be happy because we're reaching out to others. We're not reaching for ourselves. And I think that is the greatest gift. I never regret coming to India. Okay, now I have studied Tamil, I have studied Kannada, I have studied Telugu, I have studied Hindi, and I studied a little Bengali. Why? I can't speak anything. But I wanted to show that people, I accepted them. We live in an area, if we don't try to learn the language, it's like an insult. I always felt, you try to learn the English, though I never mastered it, but I can read in my Canada and I can sing. Sing,
I'll
I
just interrupt for you for a minute. She can speak all the regional languages
Nado,
in our
Tamil in
country.
Canada.
Except
I
Kannada
can
ಓದಕ್ಕೆ
no,
ಬರೀಕ್ಕೆ
read
she
and
can
write
read
and
and
write
but
and sing, but not talk.
she
Not
can't
speaking.
not
Fast
fluent
it.
ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. You have to speak few words in Kannada, sister.
Chinagriya.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ?
So, say, what my motive of learning Canada was not to be somebody high who can be very fluent in Canada. I want only to know if old people are suffering, if they Thailand over there, that's Tamil. If I have a headache, my back is paining. That's all I want. Mainly, I want to be able to understand what the old people wanted. No other reason why I try to learn the language and to show I accept those people. I love the old people. I'm old myself, but still I go and I help because. But think now, this morning, one old lady, she was really down. What I started doing, you are my sunshine, right away the smile came on her face. so we have a lot of consolation and looking after the old people, provided we give love. That's all there is to it. Life is beautiful. And I'm always thanking God that I had a chance to live. Now today, see my fingers. If my fingers are like this, perhaps I would not have the chance to live. But I had a chance to live. I lived with these old people. Sometimes after 1 year, they would tell, sister, what happened to your hand? I don't think about the hand. You go out and you reach to others, you love others. That's our greatest consolation. We don't need money. Money is not going to make you happy, but the love of people who show their gratitude to you is your greatest riches. It will last forever. Enough talking. I want to read. I wrote one poem. I like writing, but I'm not the best writer. But I'll read it. I wish I was a star that shines so brightly in the sky. If the light of my heart could be compared to a star that would reach out to others in love, to see and feel with them in their sorrows and in their pain. These sorrows and wounds that lie so deep within a human being that often causes them to withdraw within themselves. They don't seem to see any spark of light or hope in their surroundings. To reach out to others in love and trust, it all seems beyond their strength. Even though life is a mystery, it's just so wonderful to be alive. For all the wonderful things life has given us through this very earth we walk upon, and all the lovely people we have encountered in our lives, each day will truly make our lives peaceful and content when we reach out to God and others with gratitude in our hearts. So that's, I wrote that many years back.
Who is the poet of?
I am.
You wrote it.
Yeah.
So
I wrote.
wonderful.
I wrote it. I love to see the stars, no? Now we
So
don't
now
sing.
I want
Now
you
we
to
don't
sing a
sing.
song now.
I will sing one song.
Yes, now
Give
you
me a
have
little
to sing a
water.
song.
Little water.
Shall I open it?
Now one song I'll sing. Eh? Oh, wait now. Wait.
No, you tell me, suppose if I
I
can.
don't have the words. No.
ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಕ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್.
No.
ಎಲ್ಲ
Yelakadalu, yeladainu, nirema, nimage sutipe, nimage sutipe. I have the words in front of me, I can sing. I don't have the words.
ಅಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ ಈ ತರ ವಿಶಾಲವಾಗಿ.
No, life is beautiful. I'm just thanking God I had a chance to live. How long God will give me to live, I think it's just beautiful. Because, see, the thing is, most of us are all get downhearted, but we never look at nature. So many people don't look at nature. Now you see the trees, what beating they take. When the storms are coming, the big hard rain, they take the beating. It's a lesson for us. And I always think that tiny seed, how it becomes such a beautiful flower. And all different varieties of flowers. It's just beautiful. And I love that. And there was a thing, there was a coconut tree. I wrote all that. Oh, I have it here. I wrote, it was a coconut tree and it had a hole in it, coconut tree. The tree was dead, but there was light. There was a little sparrow, mother sparrow, and two little birds inside. And she used to go and feed those little birds. So when the tree was dead, the worker said, please don't cut it down, sister. There's life in that tree. I wrote that, I think that is there. So life is beautiful. We just have to see everything. But your life is beautiful also. You're a heroic person. She told the story. But one thing I always enjoy, that I have been sick, that I have had leg pain, that I have terrible headache. Why? Because we will understand. If someone tells my leg is paining, my head is paining, you will not ever say, oh, you're making a fuss. Never. So I'm happy. So many years in my life, I suffered with that blessed malaria for almost 10 years of my life. But I never regret, because I have suffered. You always understand someone else who
Empathy.
says,
Yeah.
they have pain.
Sister,
Life is
was
beautiful.
there any particular reason that you chose India?
I didn't choose. Listen to this story here.
From the beginning, you
I offered to go to any country. So they chose India. So what happened? I wrote 3 years before, when I was in the training, I wrote to my mother and father and I asked, I want to go to abroad. I want to go to another country and work. And my mother and father wrote and said, you please wait 3 years. Why? Because one brother was in Vietnam, one sister was in Germany, one sister was in Philadelphia. So nobody was there. So mommy and daddy said, you wait 2 years. So I waited. Then I asked. Then what happened? My father died 5 days after they told me to come to India.
how he died, you said.
He died in a plane crash 3 minutes before landing. So what happened? My brother-in-law, then I went for a funeral, no?
Okay.
My brother-in-law said, are you still going? Are you still going abroad? I said, I don't know now. And my mother turned around and she said, your father and I promised you to go. You will never let his death stop you. You go. Now my father died.
Look at that.
My father died in March, and I was already on my way to India. But first I was in France for 8 months of my life, waiting to go to the India.
Okay.
These are the gifts. So, when you're coming back, when you're coming back. Never she said anything. She has
Incredible.
one thing.
But for their support, you would have been here. No?
So now, then I came to, then the first house I was here in Bangalore, Novitiate.
Okay.
That's in Henry Road. Now all that is changed like a city now.
First time where you came.
Yes, Novitiate House.
Okay.
1973 I came. I was in Novitiate House. That is in Fraser Town, near Fraser Town, Chedicaddy village. You might not have Kamana Holly village.
Okay.
Okay, that is no more existing. It's a city there now. You can't even get. When we went there, not one house was in that compound. Not a house. Now it's like a city. So that's a place, Fraser Town, all that. No houses are all. Just a small village, you know that. No, whether 20, 30 years. Same with Hoosier Road. One old lady, she had to get her tooth. She wanted the tooth pulled. I took her in the wheelchair and crossed the road, down the road, and took it for the tooth. Today you cannot do that. Traffic. So much traffic. So much traffic is there. This time, 2003 to now. Then I also came in in the 81, 7 years, 4 months. I was here in Mysore also looking after the old ladies. Now I'll tell another story. This old lady, she had no hair. She had no hair on her head, but she had a wig. And we used to have prayers every morning, like you said, no? So every morning she'd be putting all the powder. 87 years old she was. She'd be putting powder. I called Mrs. Roberts, it's time for Pratana. Then what happened? Then one morning she was laying down. The father will come, all these sick people. He will get the prasad in the morning, every morning. Then I told Mrs. Roberts, please don't go and sleep. You sing Jesus, Jesus, come to me. She gave me the most beautiful smile. Beautiful smile. Within not even 5 minutes, Father said, how can I give prasad to her? She's in a coma. I got the last smile from that lady. She lay there for 14 months in the coma. I looked after her. She never had one bed sore. But the way I saw, she looked after her family. She loved her family, and I will look after her until she passes away.
ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಕುಟುಂಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆನೆ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಜನದ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು, ಆ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ನಾನು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಆ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅದೇ ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಈ ತರ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 12 ವರ್ಷ ಪ್ರಾಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆ ತರ ಒಂದು ಕರೆ, ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಆ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇವರು ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಅಂದಾಗ, ಇವರ ಅಕ್ಕಂದಿರಿಬ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಕಂಟ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿದ್ರು. ಹಾಗೆ ಇವ್ರ ಬ್ರದರು ಅದೇ ತರ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ದೂರ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ನೀನೊಂದ್ 2-3 ವರ್ಷ ಇರು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಆ ತರ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಅವರು ಹೊರಟರು. ಇವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೇನು ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ತರಬೇತಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಇಂಡಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು 5 ದಿನದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಕ್ರಾಶ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆತ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ತಾಯಿಗೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಹುಷಾರಿರಲ್ಲ. ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 12 ವರ್ಷ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಇವ್ರು ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಅವ್ರ ತಾಯಿ, ಆದ್ರೂ ತಾಯಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮ್ ತಂದೆ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಅಡ್ಡ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅವಾಗ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಪಶ್ಚಿಮ ಬಂಗಾಳ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದು, ನಂತರ ಅವ್ರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನವಿಶೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೋದಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಸರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಆ ನವಿಶೇಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೈನಲಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಫೈನಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಂತರ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಅವರು ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಇರೋರ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ತಾಯಿ ಆ ನಡುವೆ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿನೂ ನೀನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಅವ್ರು ಕರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀನ್ ದೇವ್ರ ಕರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ಯಾ, ನೀನ್ ಅದು ಮಾಡು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ. ಅದು ತಾಯಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಅಪ್ರಿಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಅಂತ್ಯಕಾಲದಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆತರ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಕುಟುಂಬನೇ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಈ ಜನಸೇವೆಗೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೋಗಿಗಳು, ವಯಸ್ಸಾದವ್ರ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಜೀವನನೇ ಮುಡುಪಾಗಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ನಡುವೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೂ ರೋಗಿಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಫ್ರೇಸರ್ ಟೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಅವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಹುಷಾರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ, ಹಲ್ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ವೀಲ್ ಚೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ರಂತೆ ಅವರು. ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಆ ತರ ಮೈಸೂರಿಗೆ 1973ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಸೂರಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಗೋಲ್ಡೇಜ್ ಒಂದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು 7 ವರ್ಷ 7.5 ವರ್ಷ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪುನಃ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಪುನಃ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಕೋಲ್ಕತ್ತಾಕ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು
ಕೋಲ್ಕತ್ತಾಕ್ ಹೋಗಿ ನಂತರ ಪುನಃ ಬಂದು ಇವಾಗ
2003ರಲ್ಲಿ
2003ರಿಂದ
ಕಳೆದ 20 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದೆ
ಈಗ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್
Hospital ಅಲ್ಲ.
ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೋರ್ ಅಂತ ಉದಯಗಿರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು
ಒಂದು
ವೃದ್ಧಾಶ್ರಮ ಇದೆ.
ಮಾಧವಪುರ ರೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ
ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ
ಅದು
ಸೀಮಿತ
ಹಳೆ
ಇದೆ.
ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅದು. ತುಂಬಾ 50 ವರ್ಷ ಹಳೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ.
ಹೌದು. ಈಗ ನಾಳೆ ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ ಇವರ ಸೇವೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ 50 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಜೂಬ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಹರ್
Tomorrow. I saw Mother Teresa. When I saw her, I wanted to cry. I was so touched. Such a humble person, Mother Teresa. Such a beautiful person.
ಏನು ಸೀಮಿತ ಇಲ್ಲ. 120 ಅಂತ ನಾನ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗೆ ಕಳೆದ 10-12 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 130 ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ 150 160 ಜನನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಉಂಟು. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಜನ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಜನ ಹೋದ್ರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೋ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಎರಡೂ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೂ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇರಿ ಅವ್ರ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಪಪ್ಪು ಅದರ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟವನ್ನ ಎದುರಿಸ್ತು. ನಮ್ಮಂತ ಹಲವಾರು ಜನ ಯಥಾಶಕ್ತಿ ಏನೇ ನಾವು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ಅದು ಒಂದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟಕರವಾದ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ.
Now then from there I went to Secunderabad. Secunderabad also had the sun.